Welcome back, everybody, to the Los Angeles Angels franchise with the Two Idiots, where we are about to begin spring training here in 2028. That's right, we are far into the future now, and it's time for the Angels to shake the dust off of last year and all the disappointment that it came with and begin again, this time with a refreshed roster. We have made some free agent signings. We've got some draft picks that we are very, very curious and anxious to see how they do, including a generational player. In spring training, we are going to see a lot of different guys get their moments. And it's going to be crucial because there are several players that we've got on a mental chopping block that could be traded sometime in the near future, and other guys that are vying for a position where there's only 2 spots and 3 bodies. So there's a lot of decisions to make, and spring training is kind of a mess as far as the expanded roster, and this game is not good at prioritizing our lineups that we have set, our rotation, and trying to get all these guys some play time to get a look and some stats for everybody. The game doesn't do that very well. So what we're going to do, instead of watching the opening of spring training like we have done some years past, I think what we're going to do is probably just take it week to week, review some stats, make sure that we are getting playtime for a lot of these guys and we're evening out the field and making sure that we've got some information to make these decisions on. So we'll be going, probably through some critical situations, but by and large, spring training should be a fairly quick process as we approach opening day. We start at home against the Seattle Mariners, and then we go to Cleveland, got a day off, and then we just, up and down, road trip, home trip, road trip. It's all over the place. Spring training, an absolute nightmare for logistics and for travel, but at least we start at home where Rhett Lauder is going to get the first pitch thrown here in the 2028 season on February 22nd. Let's start it off with a win.
Yes.
And that's a good one, yeah. Wow, low scoring, too.
Close one. Wow, look at the
boy.
My God.
Jeez.
The Mariners put the fans in the stands, from the stands of the game, I should
much.
say. Holy shit. Okay. Wow, so did we.
Well, so did we. You know what? And that's fine, though, because it's not fine because look at all the zeros. But anyways, at least some at-bats. And that is exactly what I want to see the computer do, is shove 25 fielders out there throughout the course of the game. We need information on these guys, and there's going to be a lot of failure here, but some success stories I expect and hope. So let's take us through the offensive part. Go ahead, and good luck to you.
Yeah, well, we're not going to go through the expanded list. We'll just do the ad-libbed version. We end up with 4 hits on the day, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And then we see all the substitutions listed. We're just going to skip past that. And the only thing that happened today was Travis Bazzana hit a 2-run home run. Man, the pitching. Good luck with that rundown.
Well, to get through 9 innings of play, we used 9 pitchers, and that is not a statement that I can make fairly often, but here in spring training, it's more likely than ever to happen. Rhett Lauder, in his very first start here, goes 3 strong innings, only 1 hit allowed with 2 walks, and he got 2 strikeouts. The only earned run out of all 9 pitchers comes from Ben Joyce, who is credited with a blown save. And that's interesting. We only got 5 strikeouts as well through 9 different pitchers. That does not bode well. I would expect, at least 1 or 2 from like every other guy. Instead, Lauder through 3 innings gets 2. Petty and Puck each pick up 1. There's a long drought in between. And then Justin Martinez, picking up his first save with an inning of play, gets the final 5th strikeout. Now, Ben Joyce, as the only pitcher to allow an earned run to blow that save, it will also inflate his ERA, but as a reliever, we expect these things to happen. It is as well on the very first game, anybody that gets a run scored against them, there are no other stats present at this time, and so the ERA is going to absolutely explode, but at least so far, on the offense and on the mound, we are using a lot of guys. That's exactly how this should work. Now, we will need to monitor it on an individual basis to make sure that everybody actually does play. But so far, first impression, thank you, computer. Well done. Let's move on.
All right, so after the squeaker win, game 1, we go against the Guardians. Game 2, Gavin Stone versus Tanner Bybee. That's what we're going to call him. Holy shit!
Whoa.
All right. We had some bats in play today. Man.
Wow.
Okay. Man, the computers are really putting a lot of people in. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
42 at-bats total.
Man. So 15 hits, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. And again, the computer put in a slew of people at the plate, a boatload of substitutions. But at least this time we have a little bit more information on the offense side. Doubles from Brady House, Mason Wynn, Carlos Chavez, and Travis Mazzana. Home runs from Quinn Fabregas and Tyler Stevenson. RBIs, Nico Cavadas, Mason Wynn with 3, Carlos Chavez with 2, Quinn with 2, Stevenson with 1, and Travis Mazzana with 2. 2 stolen bases from Nolan Shawnoel. Get it done.
Very nice. What a good offensive day, yeah. Gavin Stone will repeat the performance from Rhett Lauder, where he will go 3 innings pitched, only allowing 1 hit, and he struck out 3 batters. So a very good and strong start from Gavin Stone. Really impressed, and that's a fantastic start from 2 starters that we know we're going to have to depend on this year. Luis Garcia gets a earned run against him off of 2 hits in his inning. Chase Petty actually picks up the win through an inning where he allowed 2 hits but nothing else, so good job to clamp down there. AJ Puck will allow 2 earned runs off of 2 hits and 2 walks, so a troublesome inning for him. Gray, Krause, and Gaddis all play the following innings after that, so we only had to use 7 pitchers today, a decrease of 2 from yesterday's opening spring training performance of 9 pitchers. But through all of it, only 9 hits total, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So by and by, it's a pretty good day. It was just a couple guys that had a little bit of trouble, and that's some things that, we expect to happen, and it will happen, it will continue, but today, it was a good day. The offense absolutely, shooting fireworks against the Guardians, and we were able to pick up a very easy win. Well, it's a successful opening to spring training with 2 wins, 1 close and 1 not even close. We get an off day to rest and celebrate a little bit before moving on to the San Diego Fathers and Victor Lizarraga. Is that how you say that?
I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
it looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Now that I've said it out loud, yeah, I think Lizarraga is probably easy. I was a little intimidated at first because I was like, oh gosh, what is this, lasagna? I don't know, but Luis Garcia is going to get the start here in the 3rd game of spring training. He's had 2 innings pitched so far and a 4.5 ERA. So let's see if we can continue the trend of our starters doing well against San Diego.
Ooh.
That's a loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the computer's still doing a good job of putting a lot of people in.
Yes.
Okay.
What's not good is the amount of zeros that we see. That's enough to start a bagel company.
Yeah, look at the bottom from Harry Ford down.
Jeez.
Well, Kyron, sorry, doesn't count because he never had an at bat for some reason.
I wonder if they hit him.
Well, they might have got hit by a pitch. Did he get hit by a pitch? No. Weird. I have no idea what the hell happened to him. Oh, well. We had 6 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, doubles from Shawnoel and Royce Lewis, home run from Tom Gregg. The only RBI in the day was Tom Gregg. And we had an error from Travis Mazzana.
Yeah, that'll happen from time to time, too. I'm not surprised.
No, neither am I.
Well, Garcia tries to match our first 2 starters in spring training, and he does go 3 innings pitched, but less successfully so. He had allowed only 2 hits, and that looks nice. However, the rest of the line gets a little more ugly. 3 earned runs and 3 walks, so definitely need to stop walking people. We need to have better control, as those walk numbers throughout most of the years that we've been in control here, I feel like they haven't been terribly alarming. You know what I mean? It has not really been a trend, and that's a good thing. But with 5 walks today, that's a little bit too much from Garcia, Stone, and Petty all combined to do that. Puck comes back for a good outing, and he does well through his inning, just striking out 1, and the rest of the outs are on contact. Hunter Gaddis gets contact for his 3 outs in the inning that he pitched, and Drew Rasmussen gets the final inning where he allows only 1 hit and gets out of it clean. So 6 earned runs charged to the first 3 pitchers out of 6. The back half does well in the rotation, or rather the bullpen, whereas in the lineup, the back half failed pretty spectacularly. So a tale of 2 bottom halves, you could say.
After the disappointing loss of San Diego, we invite the Reds in to hopefully put a pummeling on them. We're putting Daniel Spino on the mound versus Julian Aguilar. I thought that was an L for a second, but it's an I.
Right, yeah. Aguiar? Or
Aguiar?
Aguar? Could you? I don't know.
Sure.
Aguar?
Daniel versus Julian.
Jaguar.
Jaguar. We pull off a 4-1 victory.
Nice. That actually pushes the Reds to 0 for 4 to start spring training as well.
Ouch. We had 9 hits on the day, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Double from Quinn, a triple from Travis, RBIs from Stevenson, Butler, and 2 from Bazzana. No errors. Perfect.
There we go. That's much more promising. Now, on the pitching side of things, we went back to a increased amount of guys. We've got 7 of them that took the mound for us today against the Reds to get the job done. And everybody did a really good job. Espino goes for 3 innings. He actually, I take it back. He allowed 6 hits, and that's not good. However, him getting out of those situations with only 1 earned run allowed, that is a job well done. Now, he did not walk anybody else, so he certainly did not hamper his efforts to try to keep those base runners, out of play. But 1 earned run with 6 hits, I mean, I'll take that. That's crunch time. That's white knuckling it and getting the job done despite putting yourself in a situation to where they should be able to score more than that. Josiah Gray comes in and strikes out all 3 batters to get his outs after allowing 1 hit at some point. So he gets credited with a win. That's nice. Chase Petty gets a hold off of a walk and a strikeout in the inning that he pitched. Puck comes back in and has another pretty good inning, only 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Alex Lang gets hold number 1 off of 2 outs where he allowed 1 hit, and his 2 outs were via the strikeout, so that's nice. And yeah, lots of strikeouts today from everybody. Actually, Quijada picked up 2 himself, and Martinez on his 2nd save of the year. He gets 4 outs total, 3 of them via the punch out. So 14 strikeouts through 7 different pitchers. That is nice.
Very nice.
3 for 4 is a good start still, and now we will be facing the Cubbies, who have had 7 games total so far. They are floating just under 500 at a 3-4 record, and Josiah Gray will be taking the mound for us after 2 clean innings with no scores against him. Ben Brown has 4 innings pitched so far with 2 strikeouts, and also nobody has scored on him. So could be another low-scoring affair. I don't know. It could depend on the Cubs offense and how good they are and what they improved on this offseason, but we'll see. We'll let the armies clash there in Chicago and see who comes out the victor.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So your offense actually putting some numbers up on the board.
I see lots of numbers here.
A lot of 2-fers, 2
How
hits.
did Kyron Paris, again, have no at-bats?
How is that possible?
That's 2 games that we've seen Kyron Paris in the lineup. He's not listed as like a pinch runner or pinch hit. Maybe it was late in the game or whatever. I don't know what's going on, but Kyron Paris is in the game the last 2 games that we've looked at and has no at-bats. Like, is he in the lineup and then they take him out?
Yeah, because Mason Wynn had 4 at-bats.
Yeah.
So, because it doesn't say pinch hit or pinch run beside his name.
Right. So I don't know what happened.
He never got hit by a pitch, did he? No. Bizarre. All right, game, you're a little stupid today. All right. 15 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts.
I'll take that.
2 walks is really low.
Yeah. Well, they weren't walking because they were crushing it.
Yeah. Tyler Stevenson with a triple.
That's unexpected.
Damn. Yeah. Home runs. Tom Gregg. 2 home runs from Quinn Fabregas. 2 from Tyler Stevenson. 1 from Lawrence Butler. RBIs. Tom Gregg with 3. Brady House with 1. Quinn with 2. Stevenson with 2. Butler with 1. And Bazzana with 1. And 2 errors from Nolan Shawnoel and 1 from Travis Bazzana. Damn.
Now that is truly unexpected from Nolan.
He had a rough ending to the season last year where he had a couple games kind of felt like in a row he got errors, and then finally he leveled back out. So hopefully it's just spring training woes, same as Travis, because that's his 2nd error now as well. So hopefully this is just some spring training woes. We had stolen bases, though, from Tom Gregg and Royce Lewis.
Tom Gregg.
Tom Gregg.
On the mound, we began with Josiah Gray, and he picks up his second win of spring training. Despite that line looking a little worse for wear, the ERA is still down at 3.60, but he went 3 innings today, allowing 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. It's not a bad day, but if you expand all those numbers to the expected amounts, if you add, if he goes for 5 innings, goes for 6 innings, now you're looking at something like 6 or 7 hits, 3 or 4 or even 5 earned runs, maybe a couple extra walks or whatever, then it's like, okay, well, when it scales in that manner, if it would, that's the hypothetical, of course, but then it's not as pretty. But 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 1 walk over 3 innings. It's not a disaster. It's fine, basically. Gavin Stone and Chase Petty and Lucas Sims all come in, get holds, and Gavin Stone was the only one that allowed an earned run there. And it's funny, as you've mentioned a few times now, to see these starters come in relief. And I think it's just because you've only got so many games, right? You can only have so many starts. And so if the starters, only can play every few days in the starting role, then they're going to get much, much less play time. And so I think the computer just tries to get them something, get them out there. And so they'll come in early in relief and, the 4th, 5th inning or whatever, and they'll play. So Gavin Stone came out today in a non-traditional role for him, allowing that earned run. Petty and Sims have no earned runs against them. Sims did walk 2. And that's not what I want to see, especially only in 1 inning of play. To walk 2 batters is not a good look. Hunter Gaddis comes in and allows 2 hits and a run, but not an earned run. So one of those errors, one of the 3, definitely helped his stat line there, but still not great. Drew Rasmussen had a real problem today. He only got 1 out, and he allowed 3 hits, 3 earned runs. Very, very tough. The only out that he got was via a punch out. So his ERA is going to be floating way high up there for quite some time. Quijada gets hold number 3 off of 2 outs, and they were both strikeouts, so nice for him. And Martinez, once again, is utilized in the closing role, picking up save number 3 off of a good inning where he only walked 1 batter. Everything else was contact, so you got to think probably a double play ball there, and then, some other type of fielding out, and that's fine. But so far, Martinez has been immaculate, and so has Sims and Quijada. So nice to see. Some of these guys are keeping those numbers very, very low, and they've been quite active.
We got the Angels versus the Dodgers. We're 4-1. They're 5-3. We're putting Tink Hence on the mound versus Blake Snell. Oh.
Hey, you know what? Losing by only 2 runs and keeping them to just 2 runs, it's not a victory, of course. It's not a win. But morally, I feel like that's a good result, as much as a loss can be. It was not a blowout. They didn't crush us.
We had 3 hits, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, Kyron Paris actually took 2 at-bats, though.
Yeah, he actually had some at-bats this time. We had a double from Travis Bazzana, an error from Travis Bazzana, stolen base from Tom Gregg.
Tom Gregg. Wow, the pitching side of things actually looks really good. 6 pitchers used today against the Dodgers. Tink Hence getting his first start as we plugged him into the rotation in place of Rhett Lauder. He's a known quantity, Lauder that is, and we know that he's going to make this rotation easily, and he's going to be at the top of it. Now, Tink Hence has been a perpetual driver of the struggle bus, so we plugged him in to get a look at him in spring training. He's most likely going to be down in AAA again. I'm nearly certain of it, but it's at least, we can say that we gave him a shot. And in his 3 innings pitched against the Dodgers, he allowed 3 hits, 3 walks. There was a run that scored, but not earned run. So it must have been that Travis Bazzana error, unfortunately. Tink still benefiting, though, as it was not charged against him, and he picked up 3 strikeouts. So overall, against the Dodgers, that's not a bad day at the office whatsoever. Garcia, Susana, Alvarado, Lang, and Kraus all come in afterwards, getting an inning apiece, and it was nearly across the board a phenomenal effort. Hans Kraus was the only one that allowed an earned run, and that's it. But 10 strikeouts for our boys. It's a lot of Ks against the Dodgers, and we did not allow double digits in hits. Only 3 walks. I mean, I again really feel like this is a moral victory, if nothing else. All right, well, it was a loss, but not a overwhelming loss, as it was only a 2-0 game against the Dodgers. As I stated, moral victory there. Despite the loss, I will take it. And let's move up and host the Athletics, who have had an incredible start here in spring training. They are 5-1. Joe Ryan on the mound for them has had 6 innings of play so far, an ERA of 4.50 with 3 strikeouts to go with it. Gavin Stone, through 5 innings pitched, has 5 strikeouts and a 5.40 ERA. Let's continue to throw bodies at each other. Yeah, baby.
That's a win.
Look at them all. Look at Tom Gregg, you beautiful bastard. 3 for 5.
And 434.
Fuck yeah, man.
Car pairs at 500.
Well, now that he's gotten some actual at-bats, yeah.
Quinn's sitting fucking 388.
That's awesome.
Oh, shit.
Stevenson continuing to show promise.
Lawrence Butler at fucking
And he struck out.
Get the fuck off my ball club. We ended up with 11 hits on the day, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And again, the computer did load up the roster and put everybody out there pretty much. So we're getting lots of playtime, but not a lot of great playtime from some of them fellas. So hopefully some of these guys pull up their socks, because if not, they're going to be fucking untraded to the Sox. The White Sox, that is.
Ooh.
So we had doubles from Tom Gregg, a double from Tom Gregg, 2 from Kyron Paris, and 1 from Travis Pisana. RBIs on the day, Tom Gregg, Kyron Paris, Quinn Fabregas, and 2 from Travis Pisana. The errors continue. 1 from Quinn and another one from Pisana. Jeez.
Pisana's been a disaster in the field. The only saving grace is that he's been scorching the ball at the plate.
Man, if that keeps up, I think we might be trading our future second baseman.
Oh, don't say that.
God, that's what, 4 errors in spring training?
It's
at least
4
3.
at least.
At least it's 3, if not 4. And we're only,
Yeah.
7 games played? That's not good.
Not good. Well, what is good, though, is that we had to use 8 pitchers today, and all of them did pretty well, minus Quijada, I guess. He only got 1 out, allowing a hit and an earned run. That might have even been just a home run that he gave up. But either way, for all of the pitchers total, we only allowed 8 hits, 3 walks, and we struck out 5. Only 2 earned runs. As mentioned, Quijada had one of them, and Susana had another one through his innings pitched. He had a earned run with 2 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. So the ERA for everybody else will drop. Gavin Stone picks up 3 strong innings, allowing only a hit and 2 earned runs, but only striking out 1. So this K number is being a little bit low. You know, it's something that I pay attention to. The walks and the strikeouts, I want to see those numbers in the appropriate area. 3 for 8 pitchers, as far as the walks go, is absolutely fine. 2 of them came from Stone, and he had the most playtime, so that is natural and that tracks. So I'm okay with the walks today, but I do want more strikeouts from all these guys. It is nice to see Rasmussen come in for an inning as well and have a pretty good one. He only allowed 1 hit, he struck out 2, and his ERA is now down in the single digits at 9 flat. Martinez picks up save number 4, allowing 2 hits and only needing to get 2 outs. He did strike out 1 batter and continues his scoreless streak. He still has a 0 ERA. That is awesome. Well, it's only been about a week of spring training, but I think that Panther and I have seen enough of Lawrence Butler. It has been an atrocious performance since we got Butler, despite his 85 rating, 27 years old, B potential, in the middle of a pretty good contract. You know, I would say it's not really that expensive to keep him, but the problem is that Lawrence Butler is just getting worse, and it's against all rationale and logic, because Butler as an 85 is rated higher than anybody else that's currently on this screen. And without even looking at the other guys on the opposite end there for the Red Sox, I would say in all likelihood, they are all batting better than Lawrence Butler. So he has been an absolute failure for us. And maybe he's just another MLB The Show cursed player, similar to Taj Bradley. You know, it's just a guy that never lives up to that potential, never lives up to that overall rating. He cannot put it together consistently at all. And Butler has been an extreme liability, whereas we should have been able to celebrate the growth of this young star into his prime and really been able to lean on him in right field, but it's been a disaster. So we are going to put him up for trade. We are also packaging Andrew Walters, a reliever who is middling in his overall rating. I think he was like a 67 or 68. He's out of options, and we don't really need him in the bullpen. So if we can't send him down, we've got to send him out. And so Butler and Walters are going to package together to the Red Sox, and we are going to be trying to pick up Rafaela. The Red Sox are interested in making that deal, so we know it will work. We do not force trades here, but because they're interested, we know it's going to work. It's a foregone conclusion. They will take a big hit to their budget, though, and drop them under $7 million total after this because of Butler's contract. But Rafaela looks extremely promising. He's an 83. He's also 27, B potential, but he's on year 4 of 8. And his salary remains stagnant at $6.3 million for the entire length of the contract. So not only do we upgrade to a Gold Glove caliber defender in Rafaela, he's got an average at bat, and he's been consistent at it. So I do expect that we'll get a better offensive boost from Rafaela than Butler. We certainly will benefit defensively from having Rafaela there. And the plan right now is to put Rafaela into center field and move Tom Gregg over into right field, as Rafaela does not have any outfield alternate positions. It's a weird thing for him where he has second and short. But either way, I think Rafaela will make a fine addition to this team for less than half of the salary of Butler. He will probably double the offensive output, and I think we're going to benefit greatly on defense. So this deal is absolutely done and benefits us. I don't know what the Sox really see in him, but they'll accept it. So that's a done deal in the first one of 2028.
After a victory over the Athletics, we move on to face San Francisco. We got Luis Garcia versus Max Meyer. Max not having a great start. He's 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, and 11.25 ERA. Luis Garcia's got 7 innings pitched. He's got 6 strikeouts and a 5.14. So let's put another win on the board.
All right, it's a critical moment here for Justin Martinez against the San Francisco Giants. And Luis Matos is going to foul that off into right. Bottom of the 10th here, and we are protecting a 1-run lead, 1 out, and the ghost runner is on second base. Quickly, Martinez ahead 0-2 now. He's been performing very well through spring training, and we just haven't really seen very much. And whoa, it's a wild pitch, and it gets past the catcher. It advances the runner now, 90 feet up.
Crap, that was crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Martinez,
All
just
right.
strike the guy out.
As soon as I start saying that he did good, I mean, that pitch was in another zip code.
Yeah, this guy's been throwing great, and he throws it like to the other fucking side of the world.
Ooh, that was close, but the count runs full. Come on,
Away.
Martinez. Oh, that was a good one. I don't even necessarily mind if he walks him here, so set us up for the double play. And another foul ball. Matos making him work. The 3-2 again. Misses inside. A slider that's nowhere near it. And Bryce Eldridge as the DH comes to the plate, and so far he's averaging 300. Oh boy. Good spot for that sinker, and that's strike 1. Oh man, that was a gift. That goes into left field deep, just a few feet in front of the warning track. The leaping throw, or rather, I don't even know, but yeah, it's not there in time. Giants tied up, and Jonah Bride steps to the plate now, 2 for 4, averaging 385 here in spring training. Wow. All right, well, Martinez not going to get the save in the 10th, as now we seek to push even further into extra innings. Swing and a miss from Bride, 0-2.
0-2.
Fouled away on the sinker. Not a bad spot for that. Very low in the zone.
He's been going everything low or trying to throw everything low and away.
Yep. And oh, the dive can't get there, and it's foul.
He sold out for that one.
Yeah, good effort. Way to put your body on the line there. Literally.
Jesus, that sounded nasty.
Yes, it sure did.
Scared the hell out of me.
Martinez consistent in that location. That one is a ground ball to second base, and that is out number 3. And the Giants bring in Sam Henkes. Wow, yeah, thanks for that, announcer. I was not going to get it. Got a pretty good ERA. Only 4 innings pitched, though. And here he is. Bet it all in the house. Brady House, that is, at third base. He is 2 for 3 today. That average a little lower than what we'd like to see at 231, but we got a righty-lefty matchup here to begin the 11th, and that ghost runner is in play. And watches a good 12-6 curve that just dumps down to the bottom of the zone. 0-2. Oh, man. Fooled him completely. That almost looked kind of like a regular curveball, not a 12-6. It was like a 12-4. Some more lateral movement there. And new acquisition, Rafaela is here. And there's that same pitch. Yeah, that looks just more like a regular curveball.
Yes, I think it's because his arm angle being the lefty.
It's literally not 12-6, though. I know that.
It's dropping in a lot more horizontal.
Yeah. All right, 1-1.
Nope.
Wow, it's really good, though. He has really good command of it. It's got a lot of movement. That's a good pitch. 2-1. And Rafaela reaches out for that slider and fouls it away to even up the count 2-2. That's an easy take.
Yeah, he throws everything to that side of the plate.
Yeah, everything outside. And that one catches more of the plate. Rafaela, no, it's foul.
Damn.
Oh, man.
That would have been a run scored for sure.
Yeah, I was getting excited there. Instead, we'll try it again and bloop it up into shallow right field. And that's a non-productive out number 2. Harry Ford, you're our only hope.
Come on, time for your first home run, Harry. Let's go.
Let's do it. 1 for 4 today, averaging 250 through spring training. He has only had limited at-bats, but I don't know. I don't know if Ford's going to get that backup catcher role or not. Still yet to be determined. I like Harry Ford, but he's another one that I feel like we just have not been able to get to an acceptable point, you know?
No.
We were very excited for him in our last franchise, but it's yet another year that's gone by, and Harry Ford has still not made the leap.
Yeah, but last year in our other series, he was our go-to catcher.
Wow. All right.
12-6 is filthy.
Yeah, it's nasty. Martinez comes out, and we bring in Hans Kraus, and I'm happy about this, if for nothing else than just to get him a little bit more. He's only had 2 innings pitched. In a 4.5 ERA, it's hard to really judge when you've only gotten 6 outs. You know, like, we need more play time in order to really establish judgment on Kraus and any others, really. So, part of that stuff that we talk about. The game does not do as good of a job as we would like in getting all of our guys play time. And Rivas will foul that out into right field. Oh, 0-1 against him.
Oh, what?
And that's a passed ball. Not a wild pitch, but it was in the dirt, and that passes by him.
That was
Runner advances to
abysmal.
third.
He charges a wild pitch. Yeah,
Wow,
well, right
never
between
mind.
his fucking legs.
Yeah, I know. That's. I mean, it's Krause's fault that the ball was in the dirt. And now the Giants attempt to sacrifice. We will play it, and we've got him out. No runs scored. Unproductive for Rivas. And Willie Adames comes in. Wow, what a struggle he's had. He is averaging only 118 right now.
Wow.
Jeez. If 200 is the Mendoza line, is 120 the Lawrence Butler line?
Or the Jason Dominguez.
And the Giants win.
Oh.
All right.
Boo.
Bo.